The things I do for love. Pushes small boy out of a window. Becomes one of the most liked characters in the entirety of Game of Thrones. You know what? This is not a bad envelope. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to fit something in there, though. Anyway, gray tack. I don't know why there's only one. I thought I ordered a 2-pack of this. No, I ordered like a 12-pack of blue tack. So gray tack, if you don't know, this is probably the most important stuff in my house. How many pieces are in here? 3 kilograms worth. No, this is not 3 kilograms worth. This is 21 glue pads. Usually this stuff goes by weight. 1.76 ounces or 50 grams. 50 grams of it here. You need this stuff. I can't tell you how many places and things have this shit on it. Like the little the grill, the nameplate fell off one of the speakers. I broke the thing. So I took a little square of this and I rolled it up and I just pushed it on and it'll never come off. Once I pry it off, because it's not glue. It's gray tack. Anything gray tacked over here, there's got to be something everywhere. A couple of these anime figures, like little pieces that won't stay on. You just take this, you roll it into like a small little, like 3 times as thick as a human hair. You stick it on and you jam the fucking arm or leg or tail on and it stays. Anything that's rattling in your home theater, you just hear. Actually, I got a thing right here. So I redid my shower and I redid the silicone seal straight down here, all the way from top to bottom. Yet when the shower head's pointing in this direction and hitting the corner, I was still getting water. Right there at the bottom, there's a wad. It's just a wad of white tack right there, and you can't see it because there's just a little thing at the bottom, but it's stopping the water. You know what? That'll never come off. It'll never come off. And what I usually do is I leave it places like, here's some yellow tack. Just on light switches, I find you'll be rolling around my house like, what the fuck is this wad of stuff on this light switch? Because I need it so often for such a specific little stupid thing that if I keep it everywhere, I always have it. And I was actually running out of it. I've used so much of it. I keep a strip of this in my luggage for when I go on vacations or when I'm going out of the country. Like, oh, I had a plug. Get this. So the plug under your seat on the airplane, like it's terribly slutty. Like I had a big power brick and it weighed a lot and I tried to plug it in and it's like, bleh, like wouldn't stay. Wad of this stuff right between the contacts, jammed it in, held it, stayed for probably 3 hours before the plane turbulence in my leg yanked it out. But it can stay. It can stay. In fact, here is, I brought up the last little bit of it that I had from my last time I bought it, which was a fucking while ago. Like 2 of these lasted me 3 years. Is $6 each. Come on, man. So yeah, here's the older stuff. It's actually a little bit stiffer, I think, if I put my thumbnail in it. But if you don't know what it is, I'm just gonna take this stuff out and wad it up anyway. Gray tack is poster tack. It's what you're supposed to hang posters on the wall. All my paintings on the wall, all of these, if I hit them, they don't go anywhere because they're hanging. And then I take little wads of this, maybe the size of a pea. I put them behind it, put the level on top, press it, done. No more. Ugh. It's like silly putty, but way cheaper and doesn't pick up newspaper print. So yeah, just take it, work it. You could stick anything to anything with this. I would love to tell you all the little uses for it, but I honestly don't have them right now. Just tear it, fold it, work it. Anytime, if my equipment, my audio equipment, my amps and DACs, if I have to stack them, but they keep moving or shifting every time I plug an amp or something into, like plug a headphone into it, take the feet, put a little wad of this on there. It's non-marring, it doesn't leave any stains. It's perfect. Perfect stuff. And I could use all of it. So now I'm gonna take the one I just got out of here. I'm gonna fold it a bunch of times. It actually lightens up in color a little bit when you do that. And I'm just gonna leave it around in places where I think I need it. If something rattles, if something falls off. If you need glue, but you can't afford to permanently glue something, perfect. Perfect thing. Holy shit, Ryan Dietz. And you just leave it exposed, like it doesn't dry out. At least I've never found it to dry out. I've had stuff stuck to walls for 8-9 months and pull it off, work it a little bit, perfectly fine. All right, this, conveniently this is a water activated tape, and their water didn't activate on this end of it. It's like a giant postage stamp. So we're just gonna peel it off. Also, Prime Day is here, even though it's probably way past July 11th. So let's see, what do we got? Now that we've done ranting and raving about how amazing, there's gray tack, which I find the most useful for like electronic equipment where you don't want to have a bright blue color. Blue tack is actually stickier, it's a little bit softer, more malleable, it doesn't get quite as stiff, but tends to stick to more things, and white tack is great for filling in just gaps. So now that I've ranted about that, can I open this? Oh, it's a Ziploc bag, cool. This is kind of a grab bag. I went sort of nuts yesterday. I added like $100 to my bag. So these, actually I'll get to the name. These are the CESS Speak On to Banana Female Jack Connector pasta. And I'm gonna be needing these when I do the speakers in the garage. I'm not sure if I bought a set of these already, but I bought some more anyway. So these are Speak On connectors. These are how professionals hook passive speakers up. Of course, they go in and lock, and that's your speaker connector, so you can't trip on it on stage and yank it out. So I have those big speakers in the garage, but they don't have like normal banana plugs. But look at this. Bananas will literally insert into this. So you've just got, so now I can go boom, boom, and then use my standard mica cables to hook to that. So that's convenient. Or as Rorschach would say, convenient. Fuck. Pasta and I watched, Watchmen was the first movie Pasta and I watched together. I still thought she was a man at the time, but I went with it. All right, what else we got? A bunch of little shit. There's a good cat box. Actually, that's a good box for headphones. I actually had one of these. I didn't remember buying it, but I needed it desperately. And when I found it, I'm like, thank God. Amazon Basics 3.5 millimeter to RCA. You just can't ask for a more simple, basic fucking thing. I needed it to hook up the subwoofer to the drop speakers. I forgot what the name of the drop speakers are, actually. I think I'm burning the box too. But yeah, just a 3.5 millimeter to RCA. It's got their big heavy-duty connectors on the end of it. It's really well made. It's the perfect length. They come in 10 foot too, but here's a 3-footer. Done. I bought 2 of those. 4-footer it says. I'm gonna take them out of the box. So if I leave them in the box, I'll never ever find them. Then we have this, which is the VCE 2-pack gold into 1 RCA adapter. Here. This is unique. I don't have this. I need to have a converter and adapter for every single cable on earth. It's part of my job. And I knew I didn't have these, so I'm like, I'm buying them. Pasta, they're VCE link. And these are male RCA to female mono 3.5 millimeter. So my thoughts are with this, I could plug this into coaxial digital and then just use a aux cable to go. I have 2 of them now. So I can build either an RCA cable, a single, or I guess it wouldn't really work for trigger stuff. But you have now the ability to go from a 3.5 millimeter male coaxial digital source into this. Or, you know what else would work? Let me think. If I plug this into, I don't know. I just didn't have this. I had a couple ideas the other day, which is why I bought them. They'll go in my special box. This is a yoga ball. You all know my yoga ball fetish. Is it a fetish though if I just get them for actual convenience and sitting? And I had my cousin over with his kids and they wouldn't get off the fucking ball. They wouldn't stop fighting over the balls. And then I'm just like, well, let me get the other balls. We had like 3 or 4 balls out here and they were hitting each other with them and we were sitting on them. It was great. They all come with a pump. I have an actual pump in the basement. And this is the good shit, the Tri-Deer. The XXL, the really big one. The real big one. And this is the one that has 3,000 pound capacity. So I'm gonna leave it in this wrap. It's got the little peg there to close it. Bring it downstairs, hook it up to my compressor, which now I have a dedicated 20 amp circuit in my workspace so I can actually blow this up, keep the knife away from it. And it'll basically be, I don't know where my other ball is. The one in the shower I think is an XL or an XXL. But the one downstairs, I just sit in it and do my work, and it's fucking great. And this, finally, is from the Henkel Corporation. Location 2 ounce putty. Oh, speak of the devil. Bitch, please. Can I get some fucking blue tack? Every car, every workshop, every drawer. In fact, let's see. I'm going to put one in the junk drawer. There's that. I'll put one in the, this drawer over here. I told you I need this. This was $26. I will not need to buy blue tack. I don't want to say for the rest of my life, because I'm hoping to live to like 140, 150. Technology is wonderful. But I will not need to buy blue tack for a minute. I mean, I can just throw this at people now. It's so much of it, and it's got I got the Loctite Fun Tack, because this is what I've always gotten, and it works perfectly fine. I don't care if it's called Fun Tack. So I've got 2 up here. I should put one in my bathroom. You know what? One's going in my bathroom. And I don't have to leave it in the packages. I could take it out and just, here, in fact, this is what we're gonna do. Hi. I was looking over here, because I was keeping a bunch of it. Since no one comes down the basement is more like for work, I was keeping a fuckload of it here. Roll this shit up. Oh, it's so much softer. And look at the stretch compared to the gray tack. You watch me like tear the gray tack. Blue tack will just like, that's there now. That'll stay there for a year. Literally, it won't come off. I use so much of it. And actually, less is more, because the thinner it gets, the more it spreads out. And then you just take it off and it leaves no marks. In fact, do I have this gray tacked up? Yeah. This had a little bit of white tack on it. I'm gonna add some blue tack to this. A very small amount, less than a pea, depending on how bad the surface is. So this is my little thermometer. It tells me the percentage of humidity and the temperature, and it's going over a screw hole. So I'm just gonna go in there and be like, boom, done. And this is just super soft, just boom, and that's it. If I need it, it's there. If I need a white piece, there's a little white piece. So now I'll take this one that I've started. 2 of these at least have to go to the car. What's going to the car? This stuff's going to the car. 2 of those in there, 1 for each car, 1 for the garage. Basement. Well, I think most of these are going to the basement. So here, 4 of them for the basement, 2 of them to hide around the house, and the rest to just stick on things. It's, just trust me on it. Once you've used it for like 2 or 3 things, you'll use it for fucking everything. It's like, hey, I need to hold this on. And we got the gray stuff here too. So the gray stuff, when you go to pull it, it's like, it rips. The ooh. Anyway, I'm done. This unboxing is taking way long. I'm so glad I got all this stuff. This is 1 day shipping. 1 day. Seriously? Okay. Anyway, peace out. Google wants to know a question. Join the online insight study. Just ask me if I want high-speed internet. The answer is yes. Bringing Google Fiber to my area would be like bringing Google Fiber to literally, well, it's better than the moon, but it's not great. What are these? Ah, I know what these is. It was garbage day. I didn't clean the litter boxes on garbage day. I was too fucking frazzled. Anyway, mouse pad's still here. These were very specific. I bought 3 of them. Well, 3 sets of them. Oh, there was 2 packs each? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, maybe I didn't know there were 2 packs. I'm not sure. So these are not just XLR cables. These are 4-pin XLR extension cables, like balanced headphone cables. So I bought 3 2-packs. So I have 6 of them. I have 6 of them. Wow, my brain was just like, no. So I'll be able to plug, this if you want to do blind testing on amplifiers, I can now just plug in 6 amplifiers, run the wires all to a centralized location, mix them up, and they'll never know. I could also test to see how bad changing the headphone cables to a bunch of fucking extensions makes a headphone. The fact that I found these on Amazon for relatively cheap, I think they were like $12 for 2, so I bought 3, so I spent $36, but I'll be able to extend all my headphone amplifiers just to my desk. I might even build like a thing to hold these, so I could just be like boop, 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 like a switchboard. This goes here. Yeah, so these are the ends that go in the amps, and these are the ends that don't go in the amps. And I gotta bring these downstairs, including all the Bob Ross ones from Apos. And then this one I don't like. I told them I don't like this one, but apparently they got them directly from the Bob Ross Foundation archives. So, but the waifu one has titties, so.